What is up, you guys? I'm back with another video. It's been too long. We have a UFC video this week, and the headline with the Battle of the Heavyweights with an interim title and a guaranteed seat to see who's the baddest man on the planet. Without further ado, let's get into the video. First up, we have Chinese prospect Song Yadong taking on Casey Kenny. It's a battle of bantamweight prospects. Both have very good records in the UFC. Song Yadong is 5-1-1 in the UFC. Casey Kenny is 5-2 in the UFC. Now, the interesting thing is both these fighters are coming off of a loss. Song Yadong is coming off of a loss to Kylo Phillips, who's been doing really well at featherweight, and Casey Kenny is obviously coming off a loss from against Dominic Cruz. Uh, Maybe it was too much of a step up in competition quality wise, and we're going to see what happens when these two prospects face each other now. And the thing is, they both have been rarely finished. Casey Kenny has never been finished, and Song Yadong has been finished once. That was very early in his career. He's a very young prospect from China, fighting out of Team Alpha Male, and we're going to see who gets out on top. I think Song Yadong is going to use his various various abilities in the stand-up game. He has a very extensive stand-up background from the Asian martial arts side, and I think he's going to edge out the striking against Casey Kenny. I think he's going to get a narrow decision win. Song Yadong. Then we have a rematch many years in the making. We have number 10 seed Tisha Torres taking on number 12 Angela Overkill Hill, and this fight was previously won by Tisha Torres, but Angela Hill was really new into the MMA spectre. She only had two fights before she fought Tisha Torres in the Ultimate Fighter finale many years ago when they had a strawweight edition. And Angela Hill has come a long way. She's improved. She's become a more well-rounded fighter. And they're meeting once again. Tisha Torres has only lost to the elite of the elite in the strawweight division. She's you could say she's an elite gatekeeper, and she's a fantastic, well-rounded fighter, and it's going to be a tough task for Angela Hill to overcome. I think Tisha Torres is going to win by decision. She's going to be more quicker. She's going to be more technical. She's going to use the grappling. I think she's going to get the win. Then we have a battle of the welterweights. We have fifth ranked Michael Chiesa taking on Vicente Luque, who's ranked number sixth. Michael Chiesa has had an absolute career resurgence. He's 4-0 as welterweight. He moved up due to weight cutting issues. He's been streaking at welterweight. He's reached the number 5 position. He's just outside the elite of the division. He's taking on Vicente Luque, who's 13-3 in the UFC. Hasn't been finished in the UFC. Only gone to the decision. He only has one decision win in the UFC. He loves to finish fights. He loves to strike. Coming off a fantastic win over Tyron Woodley. Uh, this fight's going to be a war. I think this fight's going to be a war. And I think Michael Chiesa is going to use his grappling, his wrestling pressure, and I think he's just going to edge out Vicente Luque. Vicente Luque has been submitted before. Michael Chiesa loves a submission. I think Michael Chiesa with possibly a late submission win or a decision victory. It's going to be an absolute banger of a fight. Absolute banger. And then we have the co-main event. We have Brazil's Jose Aldo taking on Brazil's Pedro the Punisher Munoz. Jose Aldo, most decorated featherweight champion in UFC history, most title defenses. Also fought for the bantamweight title, came just short against Piotr Yan, and he's taking on Pedro the Punisher Munoz, who's only lost to elite competition or people who have fought for the belt. And it's going to be a barn burner of a fight. Normally, Brazilians don't fight Brazilians; they don't like to. But this, of course, is due to various other circumstances, I'm sure. So this fight has come about that way, and I think Pedro Munoz's option is to put pressure on Jose Aldo and hopefully makes a mistake. He can take him down and try and submit him, because Jose Aldo has a clear striking advantage. He's going to use the leg kicks to soften him up. He's going to use the body kicks. He's going to use that wonderful takedown defense he's been known for his entire career. He's going to use that crisp striking. And in my opinion, I think that's going to be the difference maker. I think Jose Aldo wins by a decision win. And I think this is going to be a very exciting technical fight with hints of proper action packed moments in it due to Munoz's fighting style. We have the main event. We have Cyril Gane taking on Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis, number 2 fighter in the world, has wins over the current UFC champions Francis Ngannou. He's taking on Cyril Gane, who's a former teammate back in France of Francis Ngannou before he decided to move to America to train. Cyril Gane 9-0, 6-0 in the UFC. Fantastic technical fighter coming off back-to-back decision wins, high level decision wins over Jairzinho Rozenstruik and Alexander Volkov, using his fantastic technical striking game plan, keeping out of danger, winning by points, you could say. But I thought it was a technical masterclass. On the other hand, we have Derek Lewis, who loves to go knock out people, put 100% into his punches. Has somewhat of cardio issues, but he's been working on getting fitter and fitter as the fights go on. And he's had some health issues in the past with his back and his weight, and he's looked much more svelte in his last two fights. It's going to be interesting to see this fight because Derek Lewis also has a couple of decision wins in his last couple of fights, and we're going to see who's going to use the better game plan. Is Derek Lewis going to go all out in his hometown, become Houston's first world champion, or is he going to use a smart game plan and get out game planned by Cyril Gane, who's going to probably stay away from his power, use kicks, mixes up a little, maybe grapple against Cage, maybe try and submit him even, because he does have some submission wins in the UFC. So my heart says Derek Lewis, but my head says Cyril Gane. So I'm going to go with Cyril Gane for another decision win, another technical masterclass, and a new interim heavyweight champion. If you like this video, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.